Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just want to do a favourites for November. So yeah, these are products that I've been using quite a lot of. Now you've probably seen them, a lot of them are in the makeup basket for November. Obviously I have tried filming this before, just like the previous video, and I lost the footage for it, so I need to film it again just so basically I can show you what I've been using all through the month of November. And some of them I may even carry through to December. So first of all, our highlights. Now I've only used these occasionally because these weren't in my makeup basket, and this one is the PS Pure highlighter in the shade Arctic Ice. It's really pretty. Comes in packaging like that, and this is from Primark. This is part of the like bougie luxury brand. It's got a mirror on it. A lot of Primark's highlighters, in fact most of Primark's highlighters that I've actually tried don't have any mirror, so it just looks like that, and it really reminds me of the Fenty highlighters. So that's the shade, if you can see it. It's like a peachy golden shade, and like I said, it's in the shade Arctic Ice, and it is slightly more expensive. When I say slightly, I mean just a smidgen more expensive than the other highlighters. I've got a couple of I've got about 3 of the boxed highlighters that I use regularly that I love. And yeah, this one is £3, whereas they're £2.50, and you get luxury packaging, and obviously you get the mirror. So I'm just gonna swatch it. I don't know if this is gonna pick up because obviously my pale skin, and I've just don't pay attention to the other that swatch there, because that's obviously the swatch I've done in the previous video, but that is the shade there. Can you see how pretty that is? It's so pretty. Really like that, and for £3 I would suggest if you ever see that in your Primark, that is well worth the money. You get quite a lot of product. You get 8 grams worth of product. How much do you get in this MAC one? You won't. Let me see. You get 9 grams in a normal MAC. So basically what these are like, I don't know how much they are, between £15 and £20, and you only get a gram extra of product, and this one is what, £3. So yeah, I would say definitely it's worth actually seeing if your Primark sell this still. I mean, I did buy it quite a while ago. Then I picked the wrong one up. I thought I'd picked up let me just go and get it. Oh, I thought I'd picked up MAC Soft and Gentle. You actually get 10 grams in this, so why you only get 9 grams in this one, I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, definitely 9 grams, 0.31 US ounces. What does this one say? 0.35 US ounces. So you actually get more in these older versions than the newer versions by the looks of it. I've only got one of the old and then one of the new, well, fairly new anyway. This is MAC Soft and Gentle, which I've been using a lot of. I don't really need to swatch it. I mean, just because everyone knows what it looks like, it's very universal. But yeah, I do want to use this in 2019, get it out of my collection, and maybe get the new packaging one. I really do like it, but it's getting quite old now, so it definitely needs to be used up. Then I have this one. I've not used this as much either, and it's the Beaming Blush Extra Dimension Skin Finish. That's just a mineralised skin finish, the Soft and Gentle. So this is Extra Dimension. I've not used it that much, but I do really like it. It's kind of like got a golden tone running through it, which is totally up my alley. But I haven't used that this much. I might actually put it in my makeup basket for this week. I've not decided on what's going in and what's coming out yet. So we'll leave them to there. lipsticks. So let's start off with the lipsticks. Now, I've been wearing this quite a bit and I've worn it in a couple of videos, so you will see it. I'm not really going to swatch it, so I don't really want loads of lipsticks on me, but this is such a stunning shade. You can see just how glossy it is by me just holding it up to the camera, and it's in the shade Blood Roses Red, and it's part of the M&S Rosie for Autograph, and it's just a really nice, you know, you don't need much room in your handbag to fit that, so it's good for going out. I wouldn't say it's the best for eating with because it can just smear all over the place, but I mean, if you're just going out for drinks, it's really good, and you can top up quite easily with it, so I really do like that. Then I've got another red one. I've only had this on a couple of times as well. I wore it yesterday and really like this. This is a new one to my collection, and it's the NYX Liquid Suede, and it's another orange toned based red, and it's in the shade Orange County, which is so pretty. I'll do a swatch of this because I don't have any photos or anything to show you. And I got this one because it said on Pinterest it was a dupe for one of the Jeffree Star ones, so that looks like that there. So yeah, really like that. Then we've got this Bourjois one. Love this shade as a nude shade. It's totally up my... So I just had to charge my battery for a little bit. So I can't remember where we left off. Oh yeah, it's this one. I was just saying that this is the perfect nude for me. I don't normally gravitate toward brown type nudes. This is kind of like, well, not kind of, it is a pink nude, and I really like it. It's by Bourjois and it's the Rouge edition of Velvet. So it just looks like that, and it's in the shade 07 Nudist. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it is such a pretty shade. I don't think they do that anymore because I think I did get it in a Christmas set one year. I think it was either last year or the year before it came in a little... You spent so much on Bourjois products and you got like this and a few other bits and pieces. So I definitely want to pan this in 2019. Ideally, as part of the... I've got quite a few products that I want to pan before the end of February, and I hope I can pan, like, if not, I mean, it's practically a full tube of lipstick, so at least a good half of it I want gone. So yeah, I'm going to be using that quite frequently in makeup baskets. So that's that one. Then I have this one. This is Charlotte Tilbury. I had to look because I've got a Revolution one in there which is quite similar packaging. This one is in the shade Tell Laura. I absolutely adore this shade, and it's again an orange tone based red. I really love it. Wear it quite frequently, especially when I'm going out, so yeah, really love that. And then is this, yeah, this is the 1975 red, and again, really love it. Another orange toned based red. I prefer orange toned base reds to any other red, but I do have other reds in my collection. So they, the 1975 red hasn't been in my makeup basket, I don't think, but I think Tell Laura definitely has. So I haven't worn them as much as I wanted to throughout the month, just because I wanted to see what lipsticks I liked and what I didn't, and if there was any lipsticks I didn't like, I was going to put them on Depop, but especially not the reds. They're not going anywhere. I just absolutely adore them. I need to use the more nude colours and just see if I'm going to get a lot of use out of them going forward, because I have got quite... Well, I've got about 3 or 4 of Charlotte Tilbury's nude lipsticks, and to be honest, I don't really wear nudes that much. Well, not those kind of nudes. I just need one really for the collection, and I can probably get shut of the other ones that I have. I think I had about 3 or 4 when I did the higher end lipstick collection. I'm not 100% no. I'm sure I've got at least 3. This one is by Revolution, and as you can see, it's more or less the same packaging. So the Charlotte Tilbury one is just a little bit taller. It says Revolution on it, and even the stickers, they came under so much stick for these, because everything about this, which is the Revolution one, is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. I think the Revolution ones are just £4, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury ones are much higher priced. This shade though, I absolutely love, guys. I don't know why I've not used it sooner, and it's kind of like a pumpkin shade. I'm going to swatch it next to that NYX one I did. So it's here, and it's a matte one, so it does last quite a long time, and yeah, I really do like that. It's going to get me through autumn, and obviously winter. I do like that. And that was the NYX Orange County. It's dried down, so that's what it looks like, it dried down. I could do with some wipes really if I'm going to be doing some swatches. This here is the perfect orange toned red lip liner to use with those orange toned red lipsticks. And it's the Rimmel Exaggerate Call Me Crazy. I absolutely love this. This is in my panning for February. And obviously once I've panned it, I will get another one, just because I love it and I use it constantly when I'm using reds. What else do we have? This will be no surprise, it is one of my favourites. It's been a favourite of mine not just in November, but ever since I got it. So it's the PS Peaching Highlighter, and as you can see, there is no mirror. That's the highlighter, but I use it as a blush topper. How much product do you get in this one? Right, so where's that other one? So you get 8 grams in this, and you get 7.5 grams in this. This also comes with a mirror, and you're getting 0.5 grams extra with that, for only 50p extra. So the packaging is completely bougie on this one, so it's completely luxurious. It's also, you're also getting more product, and you get a mirror with it, whereas this one is £2.50. The packaging, people would say it has a lot to be desired for, because it's cardboard. I don't mind it personally. I really don't mind it. It really reminds me of the Kylie Jenner highlighters that she brought out. So I don't actually mind it, but I do actually prefer the packaging on the Arctic Ice highlighter. So yeah, that's that. So like I said, I've been using it as a blush topper. Really love this, and you get a lot of product, 7.5 grams. What else do we have? We have this Too Faced Love Flush in Love Hangover. Now I got this in a set as well a couple of years ago, and I just want it out of the collection. It's a lovely peach shade, so it goes really nice with that highlighter, well, yeah, highlighter that I've been using from Primark. So yeah, the Peaching highlighter. So what I do is I put this on first as blush, obviously, and then I'll go in with this over the top of it, just so it looks like the kind of NARS orgasm effect, which I really like. So yeah, they're favourites. Then something else. This is more like a, well, this is what I've been using instead of my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. I've been using this. As you can see, it's quite dirty. But it only cost £1, guys, from B&M Bargains. Like the first time when I did the video where I filmed this eye look, I really didn't like it. I was doing kind of first impressions on a few things, and I thought it soaked up the product. It doesn't soak up the product at all. I don't know what I was doing in that video, but I was obviously a little bit nervous about being on camera again. But I really like this. The points here, when you put your concealer on it, it just, like, you can put your concealer on really precisely. It's really nice, and yeah, for £1, what more can you expect? Because I'm on the no buy as well, I'm just trying to, like, the things that I do need to repurchase, I'm just trying to not spend as much money on them. so I thought I'd get them, and I will repurchase another one of these when I need it, rather than going to the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, because they're like £5.99 and they're like £1. So yeah, I could do with a few more of these in my collection before B&M completely sell out. Then I have this, and it's the Douce Punk Volumizer Mascara. Now, I've spoke about this in a lot of my makeup baskets. I use it continuously every day. I absolutely love the brush. It is amazing. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, apart from the fact what I say every time I talk about it. If I could find this in full size, I would definitely buy it, just because it is a great mascara. I've not found a mascara that I liked as much as a couple of Kiko ones that I've used in the past, and I've got them to be using again, so you will see them in upcoming videos and I will be talking about them. So yeah, really love that. It's not just a favourite, but I love it. Then we've got some Colourpop eyeshadows that have been in my favourites, which I'll just glance over really. So we've got this shade In Glow. This is the one that I've reached pan on more than anything. I mean, I put it on most videos and you can see all this pan now, all that pan there. Really impressed with it. I'm going to be talking about, you know, how I've done with hitting pan on things, so I don't really want to talk about it too much in this video, as it is a favourite. I'm just checking the battery. I've only had it on for half an hour, so I'll be lucky if I get to the end of this video. Then I've got this shade in Hanky Panky, another Colourpop one that is in the panning collection, and I've hit even more pan kind of towards the end of November, early December, which I'm really pleased with. Then I have Cheap Day. Again, this is the same, hit more pan on, and I haven't even used that many times, probably about twice in November. No, about 3 or 4 times I would say. This is something that's in the pan as well, for like going forward from now till February, so I use this every day. I think it's nearly done with, to be honest. It's the MUA Brow Define Tinted Brow Mascara. I absolutely adore this, and at the time when I bought it, it was so cheap. So yeah, really like that, and if I saw it again I would repurchase it, but I've not actually seen it anywhere. A product that I've absolutely been loving but don't want to talk about it too much, is because I'm doing another video on these products, like I said in an earlier video, and it's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting, can't read it, the Ambient Lighting Blush in Dim Infusion. Couldn't read that because the writing's come off, and this is the full size one. I have got a travel size one in a different shade, so that just looks like that. It's so pretty, guys. I absolutely adore these blushes. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about that. Then I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, and you get dim light, incandescent light and radiant light in this. And again, I don't want to talk too much about that, just because obviously I'm going to be doing a separate video. I probably will do like a try on and talk about the actual product as well. Then I have my bronzer from the Body Shop in the shade 02. It's the Honeycomb bronzer, and this is in the pan for February, well, to use by the end of February, and I think I'm going to do it, guys. I mean, I've hit so much more pan than when I first originally said I was going to obviously be doing a panning video, a project pan video. So yeah, I'm really proud of that. Then I've been using these Shu Uemura eyeshadows, and it's the Sweet Beige Brown palette, if you can see that there. It's a really pretty palette. I was actually thinking about getting rid of this or trying to sell it, but I've been using those 3 shades there, so I might actually keep it in the collection. I I use this shade as well sometimes. I might even do a project pan with it this year, well, next year in 2019. The first project pan palette I want to do is the Toilet Tease, just because it's a small palette and, you know, I won't be so overwhelmed, but I'll be talking about that in a separate video as well. The next thing is this Essence 16 Hour Stay All Day 16 Hour Concealer. Now, I have actually been loving using this concealer. It's a great concealer. It really brightens the under eye, and it's in the shade 10 Natural Beige. Now, I think that is the lightest shade that you can buy, which is perfect for me just because of my fair skin. I've actually used it all up, so I put a different concealer in my makeup basket, which I'll talk about when I show you what's in my makeup basket for this week. So yeah, that's that. There's not much more now. There's this Becca highlight that I've really been enjoying using, and it's just a travel size again, and it's in the shade Opal. I got this highlight with a liquid highlight probably about a year ago now, so I do want to use it up. Probably is a little bit dark for me. Saying that though, it's just slightly darker than that one from Primark. Just gonna do a couple of swatches so the camera picks it up. So it's just that one there, if the camera is picking that one up. And then the next things are just brushes that I've been using. These brushes have all come out of my Benefit powders. So we've got that one. I'm sure that one came out of Havana. I'm not sure what that one came out of. And then there's that one as well. And I've been using these with the Hourglass products, and they're really good, guys, to use as the Hourglass product, with the Hourglass products, especially the ambient lighting palettes, just to basically go like that where you need the product. And also this one works really well under the eye area. So yeah, I just tested it at first because the ambient lighting powder brush does look similar to these, but only on a bigger scale. So yeah, I just thought I would basically, you know, try these out, and they work really well. But when I want like powder all over the face, I'm using a Real Techniques Kabuki brush. I'm going to try and find that for you now and talk about it briefly. Right, so I found the brush. It was hiding under all the makeup. So it's this one, and it's an old one, but I didn't think I still had it in the collection. And it's a Real Techniques. I think it's a travel size Kabuki brush or something like that. And basically, you can use it like that, and if you use it like that, it does actually look a little bit like the Hourglass powder brush. But if, like, when I use it like that, it keeps going like that. So I tend to just like fold it, and then basically, you know, use the powders. Let me just give you a little example, because I'm not very good at explaining myself. Where is it? So I will use dim light. I've already got some on, but I'll use some of it anyway. So basically what I do is just go into the product and then just sweep it all over. Right, so that's basically what I do, but obviously I've not been able to go over this bit because I've got like bronzer and blusher on and things, but normally I put that on first, and I even use it like to set my concealer. And this brush is absolutely perfect for doing that. It's very, I wouldn't even say it's dense, but it's got the bristles in the right place, and it's really soft. And yeah, I'm really glad I found this to use with these powders. Any Kabuki brush would work, I think, and even, like I said, even those Benefit brushes would work. But when you've got a lot of place to powder, like your full face, if you want to use dim light on your full face, then it's best just to use quite a big brush. So either a brush like this or a powder brush. A lot of people are saying that the Real Techniques blush brush is the best one to use. Now, I've not found that. I've found this one better for me personally, but obviously it's down to trial and error when you're using these powders. A lot of people say they don't even notice the difference with them, and I didn't want to go into too much detail with them on this video, but it is a favourite, and I will say, you know, at first I didn't notice any difference until I started filming, and then I thought, yeah, there is some difference. The skin looks flawless. So yeah, it really is good to have these in the collection. But there is a drugstore dupe, which I'll talk about in an upcoming video, and I might do one part of my face with this palette and another part of my face with that palette, just to see if you can see the difference. So yeah, I think that's everything. I just want to show you one more thing. It's very, very Christmas themed. I saw these yesterday. Well, my mum actually pointed them out. She knows I'm a sucker for like Christmas. I love Christmas and Christmas themed things, and we was in Iceland shopping, and she saw these, and they're just 10 LED battery operated indoor lights. I don't have a clue where I'm going to put them or anything. I might put them over my Chanel picture just there, because I've got lights over in places in this room. But these are Rudolph ones, and well, not even Rudolph ones, they're like reindeer